crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
The penetrator. Come on, look, because I always went the farthest into the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon, it was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Because we're loud and we're live on Mornings of Mischief. Wrench of the East Project story time! So I'm loud, huh?
You white people are so fucking loud.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Taco Tuesday here on Mornings of Mischief. I am your host, Stone Loki, and with me, of course, is the one, the only, the brownest of brownest Mexicans of Mexicans. He's Mexican Ironman.
Also known today as Mexican Sting Hair Day.
Sting Hair Day, yes. Yes. Yeah, because Sting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hello, white people. I bring you greetings from the tortilla plantations. My people come in peace, unless they're coming from the southern border, and then they don't come in peace, and that's your problem, white people.
Holy
you're letting
shit!
them in.
Did you see the deal in New York where 62 of the counties of New York voted on moving the migrants out of New York and giving them 1 year's rent, and I think only 4 of them out of 52 agreed to it.
Wait, what happened?
Okay, so New York wants to move the migrants out of New York.
New York City.
New York City.
Okay.
And only 4 out of the 52 counties agreed to let them move them there for 1 year's free rent. Okay, if you move out of New York City, you get 1 year's free rent. All the other counties were like, no.
Yeah. I got a news flash for all you bleeding heart white leftist liberals and all you delusional minorities that say, well, we've got to give people a chance. These motherfuckers coming over the border don't have any skills. These motherfuckers coming over the border are uneducated. These motherfuckers coming over the border are everything that Trump says. They're not giving us our best, their best. We're not getting the best. We're getting the worst. They're absolutely the worst. I mean, I don't know, white people, what you gonna do? How come you're not shooting them as they come across the border?
Well, is that even allowed?
I don't know. It should be. I'll tell you this much. Any migrant set up shop out here at the Hilton Head Mexican tortilla plantation, I don't give a shit if they look like my long-lost cousin. I'm going for an AR. I'm just saying. Well, I'm calling 911. And if 911 doesn't show up, then I'm pulling out the AR. I'm just saying.
And Christopher, you are correct. New York closed a school last month and had illegals move into them and are forcing students to remote learn. Yes.
Good job, white people. Way to feel guilty for I don't even know what, and then way to feel like I don't understand you white people. How is it that you white people keep saving the world and then somehow you get some kind of guilt complex, or you have kids that grow up with these stupid ass ideas? Like, I mean, didn't white people save us from World War I and II? Last I checked.
Last you checked, yeah.
Yeah. But maybe, you know what? I came to the conclusion that maybe the white people are just tired. Maybe the white people are just tired of being the heroes on Earth and saving the planet and stopping dumbass minorities that look like me from doing stupid shit. Maybe you guys are just like, you know what? We are tired of keeping the brown and black folk in line. We are tired of keeping this country together. We are tired of providing opportunity for these morons to actually do things the right ways. We give up. White people, we give up. We're tired, white people. We white people, we're tired. Just let the brown and black folk run rampant in the streets and do whatever.
Mansquatch says, Mike, to be fair, white people started those wars too.
Yeah, well, they also ended them. And I got another question. If black people want reparations, how come they don't go back to Africa and get some reparations from the black folk that sold them in the first place? Boy, I'm hot this morning. Mike, my mic is crackling. Check to see if it's plugged in correctly. Well, fuck, I'm on a goddamn laptop and I'm not a fucking YouTuber.
He's on a laptop in his kitchen.
Hold on. I'm on a goddamn laptop. I'm not even a fucking YouTuber. Hold on, let me replug in my mic. Hold on. Be right back.
It's okay.
Here, talk to the people, Mr. Stone _Loki.
Mike, it's okay. He already unplugged it. God help me. Mexican Ironman in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Mexican Ironman in the morning. He is not a YouTuber. Oh my God. What is he doing? He's like taking his laptop apart. Immediate emergency surgery for Mike's laptop because he is not a YouTuber. Bitching from the kitchen. I like that. I really like that. Bitching from the kitchen. Yeah, he might be putting it in the microwave. That's how much he thinks of YouTube lately. Yeah. We're waiting. Yeah, we're waiting. No, can't hear you. Can't hear you. No. Mike's like, can you hear me now? No. I don't know. Can you guys even hear me?
Test.
Yes.
Damn it. Hold on.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. We can hear you breathe.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. There. All right, people.
Oh, we can't hear you now. Whatever you just did, you just lost it. Oh, he's pissed. No.
Okay, what about now?
Yes. Yes.
God fucking damn. Fucking. My audio. Well, you know what? I'm not a YouTuber. People of the internet. I'm here by grace and by, I don't even know why I'm here, frankly. I really don't.
Because it's me.
Oh, yeah, because it's you. All right, now I'm all echoey because I'm in the microphone on the laptop in the kitchen because my audio's not good enough.
I didn't say that.
The white people did.
Oh my God. Oh my God, would you stop?
Okay,
Not all that.
I just want the white people to fix this country. I'm tired of, like, I don't know.
Well, here's the problem. Here is the problem.
What?
And this is what the 9-0 is about. Obviously, you know what the 9-0. 9-0 with Mexican Ironman.
What?
You had to have the Supreme Court come out and say you cannot keep him off the ballot. And there have been people screaming over the past 24 hours that they failed their job, that he was impeached for it. He was impeached, but he was never convicted. He was never convicted of it. They could never prove it. They took down when he was like, no, people, be peaceful. They took that down off Twitter. There's all kinds of shit where he was like, no, do not be violent. Come out and support, but don't be violent. No violence.
Yeah.
And it got pushed in that direction anyway. So 9-0. What do you think about? I don't think I'd ever see all these motherfuckers agree on anything. 9 people today, especially people from other party affiliations, getting together and going, yes, we all agree you cannot do this.
Yep. Yeah, I was a little bit in shock myself. So I know my audio sounds echoey. I can hear it like even in the feedback loop, but this is what you're going to get, people, if you don't want crackling Mexican Ironman in the morning, because I'm not a YouTuber. 9 broken windows, 0 mil saying Mike is the father. You know what, Ironcaster? You know what? You're on social media probation effective now. We are not interested in your viewpoints or your opinions because that is hashtag fake news. Thank you, sir. Thanks for participating in today's show. Yeah, dude. I think the other thing that's interesting about this shit is that all of the media announcements or all the media coverage leading up to this, made it sound like they had all these legal scholars, like this was a foregone conclusion, this is going to happen. ABC News, MSNBC, these Democrats are out of their minds. They're power hungry. Right?
Right.
I mean, this is just nuts. This is just nuts. So he's going to be on the ballot, much to my own mother's chagrin. My mom's like, how can he be on the ballot? If he wins, is he going to rule from jail? Because he's going to get convicted of something. I'm like, Mom, you watch too much TV. I put up a post on Twitter that they said support surges amongst Hispanic voters for Trump. 45% now support support Trump and conservative candidacy for president. I'm like, great. 45% of Hispanics. That means 55% of the rest of the Hispanics are fucking political morons, are lame, dumbass pieces of shit that can't understand that their values, their religion, their culture, their very way of their essence of the way of life has nothing to do with anything that the Democrats want and promote.
I'm amazed at the stupidity of some people going, how can this be? They failed us. They turned on us, yada, yada, yada. When all this would have done was give every state an excuse to go, no, your guy can't be on the ballot.
Right. Right.
Because we say he did this. So whether he's convicted of it or not, whether he's guilty of it or not, we don't care. He looks like he did something wrong. So in sense he did something wrong, and we're going to keep him off. That's all it has. That's exactly what it'll lead to. And that's why you had all nine of these motherfuckers go, no, you can't do that.
Right.
Mikey tired.
Huh?
Mikey tired.
Yeah. Well, I got a long day and I had a long weekend. Last week, I had a long week trying to get to Last week I had a rough week trying to get out of town. I left Friday at 4 a.m. to go see Max for his birthday. Script doctor, the irony is that most of Trump's policies are traditionally liberal. No kidding. You know what? Trump is the first president that entering office was pro-gay marriage and pro-gay family. No one talks about that. Obama wasn't. But you know,
even though he married Big Mike?
Dude, shut up with that shit. I'm so sick. You know what the problem is with conservatives is they come up with such dumb shit sometimes and they hold on to it so tight.
Dude, I don't believe that. I just think it's a funny joke.
It is a funny joke. I know you don't. We've talked about this before. Well, offline, you and I have. But, that's an example of stupid crap that conservatives like grab on and hang on to that makes conservatives in America look completely stupid and moronic. I worked with Michelle Obama for years, side by side. Went in Chicago at her office, side by side. No, I never saw her naked, but I was close enough to know her to know that she's a fucking chick, for sure. And this is back in 1990, 91, or no, when was it? When did I graduate from Stanford? 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, back in those years. Something like, no, it had been after 92. When did I graduate from Stanford? 96? Yeah, so it was the mid to late 90s, when Clinton was in office. So what was that, 92 and 96?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, leading up to the 2000s. That's when I knew her. And that's when she worked for me. Like, she worked literally for me. I approved her timesheets. I signed her time cards. Did we read our member chats? Keely Chow, who's been a member for 18 months, says, Hail Mexican Ironman. What up? Roll Tide. Hey, Keely Chow.
Roll Tide, brother.
Hey, Keely Chow. I was just in Atlanta airport for 5 hours yesterday, and I was hanging out at the Atlanta Braves bar. Keely Chow, what is it like to have a real baseball team?
Oh, I can tell you that. We have the Astros.
So sad. These are sad times. Anyway, back to white people fixing the planet. Let's go back to that.
Okay. Back to white people saving the planet. I think they just kind of did.
Yeah.
No, they're not all white people.
Yeah. How come the United Kingdom? Do we have any listeners from the UK? Anybody right now listening that's in the United Kingdom or any Commonwealth country? I want to know this. How come British people get a bad rap and are seen as, like, in the media and stuff these days as being the baddest people on the planet? Yet in reality, it was the British people that led the way to end slavery trade around the globe. How come no one tells that story?
Because they don't want to. They don't want to accept reality. Did you see that post I put up the other day?
Which one?
When you consistently have to lie about everything because you can't accept the reality that's put in front of you. It's not that you're standing your ground and you're making an argument. It's that you know you're wrong, but you're so pussy, you can't admit that and move forward and grow from it. You've got to continue to be a pussy and lie and act like that you know better than everybody else because you're a dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yep. You know,
hey, Bob. Go ahead.
I think Mike needs to go back to bed. You know what, Dave Bob? I probably do, but I was committed to the show, and it's not even that early. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. That's like, God, if I was in Idaho, do you know how early, like, everybody in Idaho wakes up? Yeah. Second Dwarf 9 was like saying that they get up like between like 5 and 7. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? Shockwave told me he's at the office like between 7 and 8, and he still has to drive 45 minutes. I'm just like, what?
Yeah. Well, when you got a job like that, you got to get up early. I used to get up at 6, have my coffee, read my paper, leave for work at 7, get there 15 minutes early, load up my truck, and be gone before 9.
Oh my God, I love this Rumble rant. Is this from Dean Krantz? Who is this?
This is from Dean Krantz. It's from Grumpy Old Marine Vet, yes.
My little brother, $5. Thank you very much. Says, welcome to people ranting about how Republicans sabotage themselves by thinking that Dems are cool and they want to hang out with them. I think that is what it is. I don't know. Like I want to go to my local Republican. I was thinking about getting involved in my local Republican chapter here and just going in there and like, you guys are clueless and dumb as fuck.
Why don't you?
I might. but I got so much other shit. I just joined. I got so much other crap I got to do. I'm in the Knights of Columbus now because I joined the Knights of Columbus of the local Catholic parish, even though I'm not feeling particularly Catholic these days, even though I am. Although I do go to mass because it's a family thing. But
Wait. I thought Knights of Columbus were all white guys that were Ist-Obes and Yahtzees.
Funny enough, they welcome me in. You know what? That's another thing. You white guys get a real bad rap. I have been in the South, driven across Texas, Alabama, Texas, South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Mississippi. I don't know about Mississippi. I'm not saying I go walk around at night and around Jackson, but I'm just saying. Other than that, I have not met a single. Well, actually, nowhere. I haven't met anywhere in the South that I felt racially uncomfortable. But that happened in California about a month and a half ago. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
What happened?
Wait. I don't want to talk about that. I was going to go down a different angle, and then you sidetracked me. I can't remember. Or I sidetracked myself.
What happened in California?
Wait. Hold on. I'm trying to think of what I was thinking about originally. Mexican Ironman's brain doesn't work in the morning, people. Doesn't work very good. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Anyway, so what was I saying? 9 o'clock. I got to go. Oh, here's what I was going to say. I can tell you this much. After this weekend's trip, here's the big news of the day. Not that it's big news to you, but after this weekend's trip, my days on the internet, it's even more solid that what are we in now? What's today? March 5th? Today's Max's birthday?
Yeah, March 5th.
April, May, June. I would say that Mexican Ironman on YouTube and on the internet has about 15 to 18 months, and then I'm gone forever.
Well, we knew that was coming. We knew that was going to happen. What about Mayor Mike?
Mayor,
you could be the mayor. You could be the mayor where you're at. Then you get on the YouTubes and.
I'm not going to run for elected office. What do I want to do that for? I'm already in a glorious red area. That's already a red state with people that get along, and even the few Democrats that we have around here, we all get along. I'm in the most politically great place I could ever be on the planet. I don't need to do social change. What I need to do is I need to get ready for my kid and his mom potentially moving down here. Most likely, it's not potential. It's pretty much, especially after this weekend, it's pretty much a foregone deal. It's just when it's going to happen. And if it's school, he's in the 5th grade now. That means he'll go into 6th grade in September. He'll be done with 6th grade by June of next year. And that means I'll probably have to spend the spring and the summer getting that move happening, finding him a place. He'll probably live with me most of the time, finding her a place, yada, yada, yada. But I can't do all that and be on the internet even 5 to 10, let alone 20, 40 hours a week like I am. So I'm going to leave all these YouTube channels behind. So I've got probably 12 to 15 hours left because I can't keep doing all this.
You mean
stuff.
12 to 15 months?
12 to 15 months left of being on
Message
YouTube.
from Starfleet, Captain.
My birthday is the 7th. Happy birthday, Penny. Happy 30th birthday to Penny. I think she might be older than 30, but I'm not sure.
Psychodorb 9 has been a member for 41 months. Since a fool asked me how I'd solve the migrant problem.
I don't know what a couple of MICLICs are. I don't know what that means.
Mickalakas? Mikey licks a lot of, well, I can't say that other word. Mikey licks a lot of something. Day Bob. I think Mike needs to, oh yeah, we read that one. Mahogany Draws. Leaving YouTube to spend time with your kids is a pretty good upgrade of time. Absolutely.
Thank you, Script Doctor. Me and Script have had a lot of great offline conversations about family, and he gets me. It's interesting because Script basically raised his niece. I can't remember if it's his nieces or nephews or both, but we've had me and him have had some good talks, and he's very observant, that guy, because he's like, oh, I can tell certain things about you and your son. Like when I post up Max videos, he's like, Script's able to say oh, this is what you do. This is how you do it. I'm like, that's exactly how I do. How did you know? He's like, well, I can tell by the way it turned out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And kids are getting it. Kids are really getting it.
Bro, but I got to tell you something. I'm super pissed off at your white liberal folk. You white people need to fix your white liberal. Guess what happened? I'm in the car taking Max to his birthday to his band recital on his birthday weekend. Family in real life is always more important than YouTube. Absolutely. So I'm taking him. We're in the car. It's just me and him alone. He says, Dad, I got to change the subject on you. And I'm like, rest in peace, Don Howe. Happy birthday to Max. Thank you, Snow Dub. Don Howe died?
Yeah.
Wait, the Don Howe? The one I know from Drunk 3PO?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. When did that
Figured
happen?
you knew that just the other day. Drunk put the message up on Twitter.
I haven't been reading all my Twitter crap. I've only been posting random shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, Dawn's been like, oh my God. She's been part of the rebellion forever. Oh my God.
About as long as you have, right?
Holy shit. I think I'm shaking. Oh my God. Holy fuck.
It's really tough. It's really tough losing people in our circles. You can tell the genuine people like Mike. It physically kind of shocks us because they're there and then they're gone. Mike was right there with me when we lost Admiral Doom, and that was just.
All right, I'm back. Just need a second.
You're good. You're good. I know.
Shout out to Drunk 3PO. You know, Drunk was very close to her. I know that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know Dawn very well. I just knew her a long time, but she was I can't even say was. Jesus Christ, Dawn's been like there every live stream. Oh,
yeah.
This is awful. Man, we're all going to age together. We're all going to lose each other over the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
This is awful. I thought she was young, though. Well, I don't know what happened. We don't need.
She didn't look that old in the pictures, so it might have been something we didn't know about. It might have been sudden. Any one of us could go at any time, and we're in such tight circles, especially now. I mean, you know, there was a time in the beginning of all this where it was like everybody was kind of feeling each other out and getting to know each other, and now it's like we've had people around us so much that when someone leaves, it's whether they leave or whether they leave, it's heartbreaking. And it's like a piece of us is gone. Yeah. I dare anybody to say that the people on here aren't your friends, aren't your family. No, they absolutely are. They absolutely are. Especially those of us that have met, that have sat down and talked, that have hugged, that have all of that. Psychodorp 9 with the $5 super chat, 100-foot rope of angry putty.
I still don't know what that means.
I don't know what you mean. Psychodorp 9, please explain. You don't have to send another super chat.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. We have no idea what you're talking about, dude. How to solve the border crisis with a 100-foot rope and silly putty. No idea. But no, I mean, if Max comes down here, my schedule is just going to be. I already have a difficult work schedule, so I will be completely. Even though I'm not a YouTuber, but I'll stop guesting almost anywhere and everywhere, and it'll be all at once. I just don't know when it's going to happen and how early I need to start making it happen. Because just as you know, preparing for a wedding or preparing for a major life event takes a shitload of time.
Holy shit. Tell me about it. We're still kind of getting over that. I think we'll still be getting over that into next year. There is something I want to talk to you about because I noticed that the EBN meetup is now in October. Have you seen that? ICC Con and the EBN meetup is in October.
Well, it doesn't help me any better. My October is a brutal month for me tax wise, and I don't know. I don't know what to do. What's your plan?
Well, my plan is I don't know who's got plans already, who's got tickets already, and there's not a lot of time to change anything, but I think next year we're gonna do retro here. And it will be in May. As long as retro comes back in May, we'll do it in May. We'll do it here in Houston. So it'll be at the Pasadena Convention Center, and we'll do Valhalla Con here in May. I know a couple of places as far as video game rooms and all that shit, arcade rooms we can go to and hang out at.
Well, I'm not planning. I mean, look, frankly, frankly, all of the trips I'm probably going to do this year are going to involve Max, just for financial.
No, I know.
So
I know. I got an update on that, and I was like, I can't do ICC in October. I can't because Valhalla Con is.
I can't do Valhalla Con this year, and I can't do EBN this year. I'm not going anywhere. I can't. I just can't. At least right now, unless my financial and it's not even money. I can make the money to go anywhere I want. It's just I gotta start. It's a lot of time, and every time that I spend doing something else, I make a lot of money for my time is at a premium, and I got to start making money to either buy a condo or prepare for Max. And I'm going to put him in private school. Private school is 28 grand a year. It's even more expensive than the school he's currently at. So I mean, literally, like my YouTube life is like sunsetting already now. And probably the only way I'll still be connected to YouTube is just by giving advice behind the scenes and helping people with taxes and accounting that are YouTubers now. I'll keep doing that. There's a lot of channels that I do the tax work for, the accounting work for. Well, you don't have to identify yourself, or there's a lot of channels that ask for advice. I'll probably still do that. But as far as all these appearances, that's all going to have to die off. Well, which is okay because I'm not a YouTuber anyways.
You got family, you have to take care of them. Look, this is your son. This is your son that you're going to get to have a daily influence with. That, my friend, is more important than all the channels in the world. You get to be an influential and daily part of your kid's life. That means
but Loki, didn't you hear? I'm like a big time YouTube guy, and all I care about are big channels. Didn't you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, I'm this big time YouTube guy that only hangs out with big time fancy pants YouTubers.
No, you don't. And
I only care about being around guys with big channels.
No.
Multiple people have told me this. It's even been said on live streams. I've heard about this. And Mexican Ironman, what we have learned is Mexican Ironman is the problem.
No. That's like saying hashtag blame Loki.
Well, we don't.
And you know it is. And you know it is.
Well,
You've been blamed for shit that had nothing to do with you. You've been put under the gun and blamed for shit that had absolutely nothing to do with you. You just had to do the dirty work because you were told to.
I don't know. I still say blame Loki for everything anyway.
Yeah, blame me for everything anyway. It's all my fault.
Yeah.
You told me, and I swear to God, you told me once, you said, dude, just blame it on me. Because I was going over having to do something. I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this. And you were like, dude, just blame it on me.
Yeah.
This person and this person already do it. I'm like the blame guy when they don't want to like look bad and they want, better press than this person did a meanie to me. They blame me. So go ahead and just say it was my idea and I did it and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I just said that to a channel that I work with like last weekend. I said, hey, look, he said, I got this difficult convo I got to have. I said, no problem. Just say, Mike, Mexican Ironman is my producer for my channel. I had a talk with Mike, and Mike says he's going to quit if I don't do this. And I said, just tell him that. I mean, it's kind of chicken shit, sort of, but I don't give a shit. I don't care if everybody hates me. I'm not a YouTuber anyways.
Let's get some bands going for Arwen, who just got here. Hey, y'all, good morning. Let's get some bands going for that Arwen Avalon.
How about get some fans going with Arwen doing a sexy fan dance? When they would do those fan dances back in the
The Hura dance. Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do, 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 do,
Yeah,
do,
I'm down for
do.
that. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Don't you remember what happened?
With what?
The Uhura fan dance. The guys were like, oh my gosh, she naked? And they go crawling up the hill. And then everybody pops out with phasers and she's like, hello, boys. I always wanted to sing to a captive audience. No, we don't want to do that.
What are you talking about?
Star Trek 5. God damn.
Oh, yeah, you lost me. Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Star Trek might get sold to Paramount, they're saying. Or I mean to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I don't think so either.
And even if it did, it wouldn't be what we wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Halo's so bad, nothing they've got on Paramount Plus can nothing they've done makes any sense.
Oh, I was just
or
going
is popular in any way.
I was going through the Heartland. I was going through the Hartfield Airport in Atlanta, and I was stuck there for 5 hours. And all over the airport, on all these video screens, in every terminal, Terminal C, Terminal D, what was the other terminal I was in? B. That's where I eventually flew out. No, I arrived in B, had to go to C for standby, didn't make that flight, went to D. In every single one of these terminals, they had these huge, like 10 feet wide screens by 3 feet, 4 feet high, and they all were running Paramount Halo ads.
No.
Yes.
No, that's torture. That's like when that's that Clockwork Orange shit. I had to do that. They had to open up my eyeballs and keep them open just so I could get through the last episode of Halo. Oh, no. No. And greetings program, one half of the back tube. Daryl the Derelict. And the other half, walking in right behind him, Darth Arlena. Good morning. Good morning. So, yeah,
so do you
fun
think,
times.
So are you excited that Gavin Newsom, do you think Gavin Newsom's going to replace Biden at the Democrat convention?
They're going to lose if they don't do something.
Why?
Oh, but how do you know that, Loki? Because every poll has Trump kicking the shit out of Biden. Even the MSN and CNN bullshit that we know they manipulate, even those are kicking the shit out of Biden. I don't think they've got any way to stop him. I don't even think if Gavin Newsom jumped in the race tomorrow, he's not going to stop him. They don't have anybody that can stop him. He's gone beyond I was president of the United States to I'm a mythical figure. I'm a fucking unicorn that got kicked down and now I'm back up and I'm going to win the race.
So have you heard about what they have in California? What happened with the thing that they're calling Panera Gate?
What the fuck is Panera Gate?
Oh, you got to do it. Come on, buddy. All right. You know what? It's Tuesday, so I have to do the show plan, even though I never do a show plan. So Panera Gate, as reported in the Sacramento Bee this morning, everything you need to know about Panera Gate, Gavin Newsom's latest controversy. Panera Gate explained. By now, you've probably heard a little bit about California Governor Newsom's latest controversy, but let's sum it up. So there's this law called AB 1228, which gives most California fast food workers a $20 minimum wage.
I knew about that.
All right. However, there's a carve out, meaning an exemption, for restaurants that, quote, operate a bakery that produces for sale on the establishment's premises bread.
Wait a minute. So you don't have to pay your worker a $20 minimum wage if you have a bakery in your store.
Yes, if you sell bread. In other words, fast food franchises that produce their own bread are exempt from paying their workers the new minimum wage. Bloomberg News was the first to report that this exemption appears to benefit one franchise in particular, Panera Bread, though a couple of others would also be included, according to that outlet. According to Bloomberg, Newsom fought for this exemption to be included in the final Assembly Bill 1228. It's notable because billionaire franchisee Greg Flynn, who owns 24 Panera Bread restaurants in California, is an old Newsom buddy and also a mega donor to Newsom's campaigns for re-election and who helped finance the defeat of the 2022 recall attempt.
Ooh.
Republicans seem to have a problem with this, and I quote, campaign contributions should not buy you exemptions in legislation. The public deserves to know the truth about the allegations of Governor Newsom's crony capitalism, Senate Minority Leader Brian Jones said in a statement. Let's see. Assembly Leader Republican James Gallagher said he blasted Newsom for what he describes as shaking down special interests and then using his office to set them up with favors at the expense of regular Californians. Well, he says that, I quote, this type of crooked deal making is wrong and exactly why our constituents think the government isn't looking out for them. Republicans have called on Attorney General Rob Bonta to open up an investigation.
Let me guess, that's not going to happen because Newsom says no. See, this is what Democrats do. They just say, no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to investigate me. No, you're not going to do this. No, we're not going to give you this. Oh, you want these documents? No, don't have them. Oh, you want my cell phone? Oh, it broke. Oh, you want my hard drive? Oh, look, it got smashed by a hammer. Oops. They're exempt from investigation.
You know what wasn't it Marie Antoinette that said, let them eat cake and shit?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is ironic. We want everybody in California who works in fast food to make $20 an hour, unless you have to make your own bread. Oh, wait.
Welcome to McDonald's Artisanal Bread. We bake our bread in-house. Yep.
That's funny.
Every place in California is going to be baking bread, making their own bread. We make our own bread.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a small little bread machine. Remember those portable bread machines that you could get back in the day? Even if it's just one of those portable bread machines, buy a loaf of bread for $5. Yeah.
Anyways, good job, Team Democrat. Hashtag go Team Democrat, go. You know, I heard a really interesting analogy, and I wish I could articulate it. I was watching George the Giant Slayer's live show on replay because I was out with Max all day, so I missed it live. But Script Doctor, George, Shadow, and R&B were talking, and they got into this conversation about being liberal and progressive. And it went something like this, though I'm not going to do it justice, but it was something like, you were being progressive, you were being progressive and thought that was a good thing. But being progressive was like having a train rolling down the tracks. And then what happened is somewhere along the way, the progressive train, someone cut the brakes and went full throttle, and they jettisoned all of the, what do you call them? The people that run, the engineers from the train.
Conductors.
The conductors, threw them overboard and just went full throttle down the railway. And that's what's happened to politics on the left.
Like the train going off the track in Back to the Future 3 when it's like, yeah.
Right. And the thing is and it hit a nerve with me because I've been thinking for a long time, though I never would have called myself a conservative, is that if we don't conserve something, then we have nothing at the end of the day. And we have to conserve what made this country great.
But anyway, think that the 9 justices that just said, no, you can't do that, that's exactly what they did?
I do think that's what they did.
Even though getting them all to agree on anything's like, I mean,
there was a dissenting opinion that was offered by 4 of them that basically said, look, they went 9-0 for the decision, but their dissenting remarks basically said that, you know, there is a way around it, which is true. I mean, look, I agree with the dissenting opinion, actually, which has to do with that if Congress enacted a law or, you know, something federal happened, then that would be a possibility. But that's just, I don't know. This country's going to
answer me this question. That way people understand this, because what the Supreme Court just did was they said, we don't make decision like that. Congress has to do it. So you're ruling. What Colorado wanted to do was say, Our judge said we can keep them off the ballot. Supreme Court said, no, you can't do that in a 9-0 decision. And said the only people that can do that is Congress. So why didn't Congress do it?
Because they can't. They can't get agreement. You have to have both houses agree, and then you got to have the president sign it.
Well, if he did all this crazy, nasty shit, why can't they just agree?
Dude, I got the biggest fight about my mom about this January 6th shit. You know, I was supposed to be there January 6th a few years ago in 2020.
I know. I remember.
Remember, I was going to go? Remember that? Because
we talked about it, and I told you not to.
I had just started waking up to, well, you told me to not go for a bunch of reasons. One of them, which the best reason not to go was the fact that I was on drugs. Remember?
Yeah.
So that was you're like, you know, you're really not ready to travel. I'm like, but I got a ticket. I was gonna go be part of the because I would, as Loki will be aware, I was starting to wake up a little bit. Well, I had just woken up about Trump and politics, and you know, from my pro-liberal ways.
Well, you saw the businesses and what happened to the businesses when the other side took over.
So I was gonna go and Loki's like, how are you even gonna get there? You can't even drive. And I'm like, oh shit, that's a good point. Because even if I'm like, I'll Uber everywhere. You're like, you only have one leg, the other leg's in a brace. I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, it was a brilliant, it was a grand plan that had absolutely zero prospects of succeeding. And you're like, well, Mike, aren't you still taking Percocet and Oxy? I'm like, yeah, but I'm awake at least 2 to 4 hours a day, and the protest won't go that long. Yeah, Mexican Ironman does not always make does not always have good decision making, especially when he's on oxycodone and Percocet. Look, he's like, you really should not go, and I was just like, all right, fine.
No, I told him he shouldn't go. One of our friends, Drew, you remember Drew? Drew went, and I couldn't believe he went. Holy shit. I was like, wow. Yeah. Live question. If Taco Bell makes their own tortillas, does that count as bread? I'm asking because you're a Mexican, an accountant.
No, tortillas don't count because that we are lower in the food chain. In the carb world, bread is superior to tortillas. So we are lower in the food chain. So we would not qualify for the exemption. Thank you, sir, for your question.
Do you think that things are starting to swing the other direction? Because they've been so far off on this other side forever that people are just sick of it. And they want out. Their money's being...
You know what? I don't think so. I think the real problem here is that you got a bunch of whiny ass little bitches that it's a lot like life. You know, you have that one whine. You know, you just hope that they shut the fuck up at some point, and they never do. What needs to happen now is we just need to just start. I was just watching this video of these students protesting up in Buffalo, New York. I mean, I don't know. People need a good old fashioned spanking and an ass whooping nowadays. That's what they need.
You can't do that. You can't do that anymore. There is none of that no more.
Well, it seemed to work well for about 400,000 years. At least the last 40,000 of modern civilization, that's for sure. Nice little beating, whooping, and what we would call back in the day corrective action.
Corrective action. I haven't heard that in forever.
Corrective action.
That was the teacher with the big wooden paddle.
If I roll up on you to steal your shit, you should either knife me or shoot me. And that's called corrective action because you are taking an action that's going to correct bad behavior. I'm going to call 911. I don't believe in guns. I believe in calling 911. Yeah, right. You got to make a choice within seconds to protect yourself. And meanwhile, the cops are anywhere from, on average in the United States, 13 to 33 minutes away from responding. Get the fuck out of here with that. You're calling 911 in the event of we should outlaw all guns. All right, well, then we'll just fight with swords. Does anyone remember how much damage happened in Africa between warring tribes that never had firearms or firepower, and they just literally just massacred each other with fucking machetes?
Mike.
People are violent. Weapons are weapons. It is the rule of law that must carry the day. The rule of law.
I'm trying to get his attention. And
What? I'm not
What?
reading the thing. I'm on my laptop. I cannot read the tiny little thing. I got spanked, turned out fine. Laugh out loud. Magitech Max. Oh, what? Max needs a spanking? Is that what you're telling me?
uh-huh.
And I have a special technique.
Oh, he cups the hand like Queen Elizabeth when she.
And I have sound effects.
At least he's not using a riding crop, ladies and gentlemen.
Mexican Ironman providing corrective action teachings on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Rambo 9-0 starring Mexican Ironman. I don't know what that means.
That you're Rambo. When seconds count, the police are minutes away. It used to not be that way. It used to not be that way.
The police were never seconds away. Anyway, it's always been a question of minutes. It's just how many minutes.
How many minutes?
You know how many law enforcement officers there are on active duty at any given time in this country with 330 million people that we have? There are 330 people in this country right now, give or take. Do you know how many active police officers are working at any given time, like on the street? Guess what that number is? Yeah.
300,000.
You're fucking right. 330.
330.
And that's the entire
how many millions of people?
330, but there's 313 million people in the U.S., I think.
Okay, so let me break that down for you. This is like prison odds, ladies and gentlemen. Oh well, Loki, that's why we got the army.
Oh no, I was right. 331.9 million. I was right with my 330. 331.9 million people in the U.S. right now.
So
why do we sell
odds? The odds of the police being able to stop anything, it's prison odds. So some people know I worked at a prison back in the day.
Everybody knows.
There were maybe 12 to 14 of us on site when I worked. That's nights, not days. So 12 to 14 of us, and we had 250, about 2,500 people, give or take a few dozen.
Did you know that there's only 700,000 law enforcement officers total, including federal and state and local? That's fucking nothing.
Christopher Dominguez says our armed forces are weak nowadays. Well, when you have the head of the army in a dress, I'm not talking about a chick, something's hanging past the knees or has been clipped in a dress. I don't know. We're kind of like the laughing stock of the world as far as our military goes.
What are you saying?
All of that. Yeah, a man in an army dress. Thank you. All of that should have been let out. But Loki, didn't you watch MASH? It's not even the same fucking thing, okay, as what we are discussing now.
I don't understand, Loki. Are you a transphobe?
Nope, but it does not belong, and none of that belongs in the military.
Loki, you sound like a transphobe.
Nope, because that's politics and bullshit in the military. So,
I think you're a transphobe.
No.
Loki is a transphobe. Neener, neener, neener. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Before,
why
after.
did they make this decision?
I don't know. It's you can't ask a Mexican that. You gotta talk. That's a white people question. I have no idea.
I'm just wow. Okay. Is this the only way they could get promoted?
I don't know. Again, you're asking the wrong guy. Mexican, we're not equipped to answer these questions. We don't have we don't have the knowledge.
That right there. That's no.
Well, rock on. All right.
All that got brought out into the spotlight when Trump was like, no, we're not paying for it. And the United States government shouldn't be paying for it. If this is something you want, go and do it. If that's what you want, fine. But the United States military isn't going to foot the bill for it. It is not you need to have surgery. Do you know the shit I went through? I was in a car wreck. So when I was 12, I was in a car wreck. And the shit and the hoops my father had to go through to get me the surgery I needed
Loki,
from the United States military for family benefits. For a retired naval officer. For an officer.
Well, I think you turned out great, and you obviously got the gender affirming care that you needed.
Car accident, you sick fuck. This fucking guy. You know what? I bought you something. I'm gonna take that motherfucker back. I bought you a damn birthday present. Now I'm gonna take that motherfucker back. Big ass, beautiful picture of all the greatest gangsters in the movies of all time. And I'm gonna take that motherfucker back.
Stop being mad at me. You know you love me, and you know that was a good one. That just, come on. That you walked into that one. It was right there. I had to take it. Okay. This is what you get this is what happens when you book a non-YouTuber on your show in the mornings on Tuesdays.
You're not a non-YouTuber.
Oh my God, did you hear what Ryan and freaking Jeremy did? Did I send you that clip?
What?
Was it Ryan and Jeremy? Did I send you that clip?
I have no idea.
They freaking called me out for being a YouTuber on their morning show.
You are a YouTuber.
No, it's freaking. Did I send that clip to you?
It says so right there.
I didn't write that. What is that? Hold on. What the hell? How did you do that? Wait. How did you change my shit on my own computer? How did you do that?
Because we share admin rights here, so it looks as like we have the same access to each other's shit.
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, so you can control it. Oh, God. Now I don't know how to turn it off. What the hell's the thingy? Hold on. I found it. All right. Yeah, freaking
That's what you get, you bastard.
Did I send it to you?
No.
I thought I did.
Grumpy old Marine vet. Hold on. Son of a bitch. It won't let me post it. Grumpy old Marine vet over on Rumble sends a $5 Rumble rant and says, I've needed knee replacement surgery since I was 27. I will be 57 this month and still have not gotten any surgery other than what I got aboard the hospital ship after I got wounded. Pisses me off. Can't get the surgery he needs for his knee, but they can get all that surgery done through the United States military and they don't have to pay for it. And the drugs. I don't care what you want to do to your body. I don't care what gender you want to be, what dress you want to wear, how you want to wear jeans. I don't give a shit. That is your business. But when you have other people paying for it that can't even pay vets' doctor bills, that's a whole nother problem. That's the problem I have. Oh, but Loki, that makes you blah, blah, blah. That makes you this, that makes you that. No, it doesn't. It means that the vets that deserve care need to be getting the care they deserve, not this other shit that doesn't matter. Plain and simple. Oh, but it matters to them. It can matter to them. If it matters so much to them, let them pay for it. Fine. Let them pay for it.
Yeah.
Mikey, you look great. Well done, brother. Skull. He
Thank
did
you,
just
bud.
jump out of a window.
So I came up with a decision. So here's what I'm going to do with my weight and my physicality this year. So it's now that I'm back in Hilton Head, I'm going to stop traveling so much. I'm basically going to go. I'm going to lose another 15, 20 pounds max, and then I'm going to do a triathlon this summer. That's the goal. And it's going to be here in South Carolina. My goal is to do we're March, April, May. My goal is to do a triathlon by either June or July. And I got to lose another 15, 20 pounds. I got to get down to about 180, 185. If I can get down to 185, I think I'll stop there and I'll be lean, mean, muscular machine. Andy Masterson, my dad had these same issues with the VA and he's been dead for 33 years. Never changes.
But hey, we're going to pay for these gender surgeries. No, no. All right.
Well, I got to run. So thanks everybody for being here.
Thank you for being here, brother. Mexican Ironman back on Taco Tuesday on Mornings of Mischief. We will, man, I've got a huge day ahead of me. So we've got Pops. We've got Talk Hard talking about aliens. Ironcaster's first time watching Jim Cameron's Aliens. We've got,
dude. When Ironcaster told me he had never seen it, I almost walked. I almost walked off the show. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, he's never seen Aliens. We've got Brandon, the anime guy. We'll be over there at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then at 9, I'm going to be hanging out with Rancor Steve on the main show over on Rumble and talking to them about growing up in a military background with guys that were all real guys, and everybody had mustaches, and it was just a crazy ass time in the 80s. So everybody wanted to look like Tom Cruise and be a pilot. And that'll be going from 9 to 11. So we're getting out of here. Hopefully you'll catch me later on these other channels. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll be back tomorrow for YouTube Talk, where we talk about horseshoe theory, becoming what you hate. Till then, guys, have a great one.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.